Did you know that Marvel has a bit of a history with inspiration, or should we say, copying? We're not talking about just one or two coincidences here, but several Marvel heroes and villains who have a twin in DC. So, does Marvel really come up with its own ideas, or does it borrow from the competition? Let's find out together. Get ready, because today we're diving into 10 pairs of characters that honestly look more like siblings than distant cousins. And we'll see how their similarities go way beyond the obvious. Superman and Hyperion. Superman, of course, is an icon. Created in 1938 by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, he's the hero who defines the whole concept of superpowers in comics. With his abilities like super strength, heat vision, and super hearing, he's a symbol of hope and justice. His only weakness? Kryptonite. And of course, he's known for his unshakable moral code of doing good. Meanwhile, Hyperion, who was introduced to the Marvel Universe in 2012, is pretty much Marvel's version of Superman, with almost the same powers: super strength, flight, heat vision, and incredible durability. Just like the Man of Steel, he was a baby sent as the last survivor of an alien race, in this case, the Eternals, a race of superpowered beings from a now-dead world. He was also raised by human parents before becoming a hero and leader of a group called the Squadron Supreme. His moral code isn't always as soft as Superman's, but he also fights for justice. The similarities between the two are undeniable. Superman is seen as a symbol of purity, while Hyperion, although darker, shares all the powers and abilities that made the Man of Steel an icon. Batman and Night Thrasher. Let's move on to one of the most strategic heroes with incredible combat skills. Batman is one of the most famous and beloved heroes. He doesn't have any supernatural powers, but with unbeatable intelligence, physical and mental training, he uses his wealth to fight crime in Gotham City. His biggest weapon? Fear. He uses psychological terror as his main ally. On the other hand, Night Thrasher is a darker character from Marvel. He shares a lot of similarities with Batman, especially being a vigilante who fights crime with physical abilities and intense training. He's also a darker character, with a flexible moral code and a past full of trauma. Just like Bruce Wayne, the billionaire Dwayne Taylor witnessed his parents' deaths right in front of him and swore revenge by fighting crime. To do so, he trained his body and mind, eventually joining a group called the New Warriors. Night Thrasher was created in 1989, while Batman debuted in 1939. Both are heroes without powers, but with sharp minds and undeniable strategic skills. What sets them apart is their approach. Batman uses fear as an ally, while Night Thrasher goes for a more aggressive, direct style. Flash and Quicksilver. Speed is everything. And when we're talking about speed, two names come up: Flash from DC and Quicksilver from Marvel. Both are known for their incredible ability to run faster than light, but how do they compare? Flash has the power to run at unbeatable speeds, and that's what defines him. But what really sets Flash apart is his ability to manipulate time, travel between dimensions, and even generate shockwaves. He's a master of speed and has this almost magical connection to the Speed Force, which gives him his powers. Quicksilver, on the other hand, has incredible speed and can run super fast, but he doesn't have control over time like Flash does. His approach is more about quick action, and his style is more reckless and less controlled. While Quicksilver was created in March of 1964, there were already some versions of Flash in DC, with the first one being Jay Garrick, who made his first appearance in January of 1940. Then we had Barry Allen from October 1956 and Wally West from December 1959. While both share the ability to be super fast, Flash is more versatile and has a deeper connection with his abilities, while Quicksilver is more impulsive and less philosophical. Flash manipulates time, while Quicksilver just challenges it. Deathstroke and Deadpool. Now it's time to talk about two of the most dangerous mercenaries in comics: Deathstroke from DC and Deadpool from Marvel. Both have amazing combat skills, but what really makes them similar? Slade Wilson is one of the most feared villains in DC. He's a master of combat and strategy, with enhanced abilities from a genetic experiment. On top of his superhuman strength and durability, he also has a healing factor, which makes him pretty much immortal. His precision with weapons and sharp mind make him a constant threat to both heroes and villains. Deadpool, The Merc with a Mouth is the irreverent, chaotic version of Deathstroke. With similar combat skills, Deadpool also has a healing factor that makes him nearly immortal. But he's way more unpredictable and playful. Unlike Slade, Wade Wilson doesn't have a strict moral code and is known for his dark humor and hilarious dialogue, making him even more eccentric. Everything Deadpool showed in his debut in 1990 was already seen in Deathstroke, who became famous for battling the Teen Titans since 1980. While both are highly skilled mercenaries and nearly immortal, Deathstroke is more serious and methodical, while Deadpool is chaotic, unpredictable, and totally unfiltered. The big difference is, hands down, their personalities. If you're enjoying these comparisons so far, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more awesome comparisons like these. So, which pair of characters do you think looks the most alike so far? Drop a comment below. Plastic Man and Mr. Fantastic. Ralph Dibny, the Plastic Man, has a lighter, more comedic approach. Ralph started his journey as a detective, and after gaining his powers, he uses them in a more flexible way, literally. While he's not as intellectual as Reed, he's a hero who stands out for his optimism and sense of justice. On the other hand, Reed Richards, Mr. Fantastic, shares the same elastic ability as Ralph, but is the brains behind the Fantastic Four. After a cosmic accident, Reed develops the ability to stretch his body in extraordinary ways. He uses this power to save the world, but his greatest ability is his genius. He's also one of the top scientists in the Marvel Universe, always looking for ways to save Earth and his friends. Both have the ability to stretch their bodies, but Mr. Fantastic is a brilliant scientist, while the Plastic Man is more about adventure and humor. Despite the similarities in their powers, their personalities and areas of focus are very different. While Reed Richards is much more important and popular, the Elastic Man actually appeared first in 1941. It wasn't until 1961 that Mr. Fantastic made his debut. Dr. Fate and Dr. Strange. Now let's compare two of the greatest masters of the mystical arts in comics. Dr. Fate from DC and Dr. Strange from Marvel. Both have powerful mystical abilities, but in very different ways. Kent Nelson, Dr. Fate, is one of the greatest sorcerers in the DC universe. He wears the helmet of Nabu, which connects him to cosmic magic and gives him powers like invulnerability, telepathy, and energy manipulation. On top of that, he has the heavy responsibility of protecting the world from mystical and cosmic dangers, often making tough choices for the sake of justice. Stephen Strange, Doctor Strange, is the master of the mystical arts in Marvel. After an accident that left him unable to use his hands, he turned to magic to heal himself. Today, he's the Sorcerer Supreme, fighting cosmic entities and using spells to protect the universe. Like Dr. Fate, he has great power and responsibility, but his style is more individualistic, focused on protecting Earth. Dr. Fate made his debut as part of the first wave of Golden Age heroes, with his first appearance in May 1940. Dr. Strange, on the other hand, emerged during the Silver Age, in July 1963. They're both powerful sorcerers, but while Dr. Strange focuses on protecting Earth and his own path, Dr. Fate deals with cosmic forces and his direct connection to the helmet of Nabu. What makes them similar is their deep responsibility in using their powers. Red Tornado and Vision. Now, let's compare two heroes with amazing control and manipulation abilities. Red Tornado from DC and Vision from Marvel. Both have powers involving element manipulation and are enigmatic figures in their respective universes. Red Tornado is an android with the power to control winds and manipulate the weather in an extremely powerful way. He's a figure who fights crime, using his powers not only to fight enemies, but also to save lives and protect the Earth from natural disasters. His connection to air and wind makes him a constant presence in battles. Vision, on the other hand, is a synthetic creation from Marvel, with powers derived from a solar crystal that allows him to control his density and manipulate matter. He also has the ability to control certain aspects of reality and make energy manipulations. His unique nature as an artificial being puts him in a complex position, often seen as someone out of the ordinary, even among heroes. Other heroes had taken on the mantle of Red Tornado before, but DC's Android didn't appear until August 1968, while Vision made his debut in October of the same year. Interestingly, both were created by megalomaniac villains. Green Arrow and Hawkeye. Two amazing heroes with bows and arrows, but with very different styles. Both are masters with the bow and are key members of their teams, but how do their stories and abilities compare? Green Arrow is the alter ego of Oliver Queen, a billionaire playboy who becomes a vigilante to fight crime in Star City. He's known for being a master archer, with flawless precision and a wide range of specialized arrows for every situation. Oliver also stands out for his strong moral code and his fight against social injustices. On the other hand, Hawkeye is Clint Barton, a member of the Avengers. He's a master with the bow and arrow, but his approach is a bit more pragmatic, without the big aspirations of Oliver. Clint is often seen as the hero without powers, but he uses his skill and ingenuity to fight alongside superpowered heroes. Even though they're often compared by comic fans, Green Arrow and Hawkeye don't have much in common besides their godlike aim. They have very different backstories, and even their costumes are pretty diverse, with completely opposite color palettes. Green Arrow was created in November 1941, while Hawkeye made his first appearance in September 1964. Catwoman and Black Cat. Here we have two of the most charismatic and agile villains in the comic book universe. Catwoman from DC and Black Cat from Marvel. Both have exceptional skills and a history of involvement with heroes. But what else do they have in common? Selina Kyle, Catwoman, is one of the most complex figures in DC. She's a skilled thief, a master of disguise and acrobatics, with a sharp eye for jewels and treasures. Though her nature is that of a villain, she has a unique relationship with Batman, being both his enemy and romantic interest. She's an anti-hero who challenges conventions and fights for what she believes is right. Meanwhile, Felicia Hardy, Black Cat from Marvel, shares many similarities with Selina. She's a master thief with exceptional physical abilities and agility, making her nearly unstoppable. Felicia has a history of being both an ally and enemy to Spider-Man, with whom she also shares a romantic relationship. Like Catwoman, she's an anti-hero who walks the fine line between good and evil. While Selina is one of the oldest characters in DC, having made her first appearance in April 1940, Felicia wouldn't show up until many years later, in July 1979. Both have exceptional agility, stealth, and combat skills, plus a look that gives off a feline vibe. They're both thieves, but their morality makes them fascinating and complex characters. Darkseid and Thanos. Finally, we've reached one of the most epic pairs in the comic book universe, Darkseid from DC and Thanos from Marvel. Both are cosmic villains with nearly divine powers and one goal: to conquer the universe. But what else do they have in common? Darkseid is the ruler of Apocalypse. He has almost unlimited strength, the ability to manipulate energy, and his greatest power, the Omega Beams, can eliminate any being in the universe. Darkseid seeks the anti-life equation, a formula that would give him total control over all living beings. He's a relentless and merciless ruler. Thanos, the Mad Titan, is Marvel's big villain. He has superhuman strength, endurance, and a brilliant mind. But what really made him immortal in Marvel stories was his obsession with the Infinity Stones. With them, he gains absolute power, capable of destroying or recreating the universe at will. Thanos, like Darkseid, seeks to control reality and eliminate what he sees as a threat to his vision of the universe. Darkseid made his first appearance in December 1970, while Thanos debuted in February 1973. They are cosmic tyrants with grand ambitions to dominate everything around them. While Darkseid seeks the anti-life equation to control everyone's mind, Thanos' goal was to impress the entity Death and prove his love for her by wiping out half of all life in the universe to prevent overpopulation and resource depletion, while also providing a constant flow of souls to the entity. If you liked the video, don't miss our next one, the 10 most powerful heralds of Galactus. Click here and check out the most incredible servants of the World Eater.